Hey guys, this is Webhead Gaming, and welcome to a new series where I basically go over some matches I had within Gundam Extreme vs. Maxiboost on, and I actually have a partner with me to commentate over some of the matches.
Yep, and that time the partner is me, your buddy RabbitSenseiGaming.
Nice to have you, Rabbit. I did want to get Sosuke, however he wasn't really feeling well at the moment, so hopefully we'll get him next time. I do have matches that we had together that I wanted to go over with him. So in the meantime, this is some of the solo stuff I've been using.
In the meantime, I'm the backup.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we're going solo. These are some of my solo matches. We're primarily going to be focusing on Kasi Gundam, GPO3, and Barbatos Lupus Rex. So let's get started with Kasi Gundam.
Gundam fight all set. Ready, go!
Okay, so I was partnered up with a H2 Darkhound, and my opponent was a Gold Destiny and I think a TV Death Scythe. Yep. So this is me using Kasi Gundam. It's basically my main in this game. He's got some simple tools, but they're effective. His main's a beam rifle that will also fire missiles from his knees, so that's one interesting thing about him. His sub are these funnel missiles that you can actually free fall with, and they also really good at punishing landings if you time it right. He's got a Garobi, which again punishes landings. Kind of skid a little bit, but for the most part they track well. His CSA is a hard knockdown beam rifle shot. His CSB is a assist that can either shoot for a hard knockdown or can charge at the enemy. And his BC is basically Monosky Craft, which allows you to do all sort of special movements with him that you're seeing me do right now. When it does run out, you have to be careful because you are in a state of vulnerability. So don't do it next to an opponent.
Yeah, and one thing I will say is that, as you said, this mobile suit is actually fairly simple in its utility, but I find that to normally be the sign of a good, usable mobile suit in this game.
Yeah, it's a strong suit. There's a suit like it called Penelope, which I think is better. We kind of just wade through the matchup there. Shooting Burst is the way to go with the suit. You can kind of do Fighting Burst for like self-defense against a guy that's charging in at you. But Shooting Burst is the way to go, because you can just launch so many missiles and so much shit at people.
Oh yeah, most certainly. And I see you're going with Z Gundam again here. Had to find out which side you were on this time.
Alright, so this time we're fighting a Exia and an Exelia. I kind of wanted to... This was actually kind of annoying, because on one hand, Exelia is really good at backing. On the other hand, I didn't want to deal with Exia repairs. So I just kind of wanted to drain both of them down as much as I could. Luckily, my partner was pretty competent using Darkhound.
Yeah, and one thing that I will say is pretty much any time a team has an Exia or a Setsuna mobile suit in general on their side, they might as well be saying, "I'm going to overcost you" to their team.
Pretty much, they love the. They're known for like 2K fronting and then just dying immediately afterwards. So what you see right there is Exelia's annoying ass barrier. I hate
not to mention the fact that she can do a tiny bit of a nuke with that super beam landing.
Yeah, the super is pretty strong. Her AC that you saw there, it's got an explosive effect. You want to be careful with that.
Yeah, I will say I have used that mobile suit, the Exelia, before. It actually sort of hard to use, so to anyone who can use it, I have to give mad props to them.
It's actually one of the easiest suits to use in the game because it's really good at backing.
Well, I know for backing, but I mean like for actually being up there and everything.
Yeah.
It's sort of hard because your moves take a good while to launch off.
So I kind of just had to die there. Exia had burst. I wanted to save mine for when he went repair mode, which was inevitable. If I could get him into repair mode, he won't be as scary. But of course, Exelia has to be a fucking annoying pansy and frickin' puts up a barrier for him. So now he's in repair form. My partner's low, so I kind of wanted to try to end this as quickly as possible, and I did.
Mm. Yeah, and I see you. You did not like the Exilia user there by
No.
your choice of terms.
Yeah, Exelia is annoying as shit. Trust me, she's a pain to deal with. If you're fighting a good one, of course.
Yeah.
I did try my best to edit a lot of the jump cuts out, but I didn't hear. I actually wanted to record this match because it's against two pretty skilled players. So I'm partnered with a GPO2 who is actually very competent, and I'm
So he wasn't just an all the time nuke.
So I'm dealing with a Strike Rouge, a Tori, and a Strike Freedom. Both of these dudes can be very annoying if you just let them do their thing.
Yeah, personally, I find the standard Freedom a little bit more terrifying because it's got a lot more maneuverability.
I think Strike Freedom is more terrifying. It's got a faster Garobi. CSA has good tracking, and then there's that backflip they can do over and over and cut tracking. Nice Garobi on the Strike Rouge there.
But yeah, the main reason I said that the normal Freedom is a little more terrifying to me is because it's got that dodge roll, which not only cuts tracking, but you can also fire from that with either your normal beam or your two different special beams.
So I made Strike Rouge burst, and he died for it. So he's gonna come back with no burst, knowing how burst works in this game.
And I see you decide to let the Strike Freedom overcost afterwards, giving you quite the big window of opportunity here.
Yeah, and GPL3 is still very healthy, so I'm kind of like, I don't really care if I die at this point, because GPL3 is doing a really good job playing keep away against both these guys. Strike Freedom's in S burst and is in seed mode, so I didn't really bother with him because he was just going to be a not dodgeable fuck for most of the time. But luckily I did get a shot in as he tried to attack the GPO2.
Yeah, because strangely enough, the Strike Freedom, I've realized it's sort of a melee unit, in all honesty.
It works good with melee. So now we move on to GPO3, which is one of the best 2.5s in the game. It's really good at punishing, its kit's fairly simple to learn, and its Garobi has one of the best nuzzle tracking in the entire game.
So what you're saying is it's better than the broken variant of it that's in Battle Operation 2.
So, main's a bazooka. CSA is a triple shot beam rifle. Your sub is 2 assists, which are with both spam missiles. AC is the Garobi, and BC is your chain thing, which isn't really... It's not meant for damage, but more like for movement. I'm not really doing a good job at the moment. I'm taking a lot of damage. EW would just give me a hell of a time. I don't know why DX decided to just go up there and try to do Garobi me, considering that I was obviously going to dodge it and then Garobi him back, but whatever. I was really hoping I could have let DX die in S burst here, but I didn't. Did get Death Scythe hell though.
Oh, and now they're just SOL. That morale bar just does not
we got
bode
the major
well.
health lead. I do die here, but my partner is very healthy, so I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, if you even just get one small combo off on that double X, it's over.
I tried to like freaking Budokai Tenkai T3 him to the face, but that didn't work. But this time it did. Because he very neared and he didn't really have any free falls to utilize at that point. So yeah, GPL3 is very strong on punishes.
Yeah, especially because as you said, that big beam does massive damage, and well, it launches off very quickly.
So this will be fun. So we're dealing with a Full Saber and a Yakushiki. Full Saber is kind of a pain. Because he has a move that essentially that has shooting guard, and I do not want him near me when he does it.
Yeah, I mean, the mobile suit I'm more terrified here that you're going up against is actually the Hyakushiki, but that's mostly due to my experience going up against it in Gundam versus Zeta Gundam, where it's the breakdancing mobile suit.
Yeah, it's Hyakushiki is not that scary. The thing about his Garobi is that it takes forever for it to charge. Which, yeah, Full Saber is definitely the scarier suit here because he's got a lot of tools.
Yeah.
I kind of screwed my partner over there, but he's healthy, so I didn't really care much. Hyakushiki's starting to run from me. He knows he's delaying the inevitable. He's doing a good job dodging me, though.
Yeah, he is. And I will say one thing I've noticed that Hyakushiki player isn't doing is he's not switching between targets at a frequent basis.
No, he's not. He's trying to gun me down. Okay, so Wing Zero TV died, so I'm in a dangerous spot here. What's annoying, one thing that's annoying about Hyakushiki is that he does, like Exia, he does get a second life, but it's not as bad because he gets no ammo refill on his main once he goes into that state.
Yeah, which is nice because otherwise I could be, oh my lord, you're at 12 HP.
That's the magic of Extend Burst, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't much he can do there. Missiles was gonna get him, and my partner was right there to deal with him.
I'm gonna be honest, for a moment, I thought his own partner shot him down.
Yeah, Wing Zero TV here doing a solid job fronting.
It's always nice whenever you get a good Wing Zero teammate instead of the ones that just, spin to win, spin to win, spin to win.
So now we have a Gundam player and a Lupus Rex. This match started off kind of rough. Gundam just kept poking me with the gun tank assist. Yeah, he kept poking me with a whole bunch of assists, and he's just really good at dodging a lot of my stuff. I wasn't too concerned with Lupus Rex, though.
Yeah. I do have to say, I'm sort of disappointed in what they did to the standard Gundam in this one, because compared to the other Gundam versus on PS4, its attack set is a little more restrictive.
I actually think he's better here because of the assists. He didn't have any because of how they changed assists in that game.
I mean, the assists do work well for Amuro in this. I'm just saying, like, the standard attack movements, because I remember there were some insane combos you could pull off in the other one.
He is weaker in this game, gotta keep in mind. In that game, he was a 2.5k, or 400 rather, but that's pretty much a 2.5k. I said 2.5k, not gay. What am I saying?
I mean, sometimes you gotta go for that 2.5 gay. I mean, it's like a 2.5k, but you get some. You get some free credit points with it, apparently.
Well, so Gundam's an S-Burst, trying my best to dodge all of his shit. I was panicking because my partner would have died, and that would have been it, because he is a 3k. Luckily, he just ran into my bazookas, and that finished the job.
Yeah, that was a now or never moment right there.
Lupus, you don't want to fuck with Lupus Rex. He will wreck your shit up if you leave him alone.
Yeah, I think we've all learned that the hard way.
Speaking of Lupus Rex, let's take a look at one of the best 3Ks in the game. So this is a match against a double-O team, and I was partnered with a Gundam. Lupus Rex is, without a doubt, probably the best IBO suit in the game. I think he's better than Bale.
Really?
CSA is so fucking stupid. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this thing. You can free fall with it. You can poke from long ranges with it. Like, it's a crazy fucking ability. It in my opinion, is the best CSA in the game.
So what you're saying is, if you want to get used to the game, you play as Lupus Rex.
Well, if you want a front and you like a 3K, I think Lupus Rex is for you. He does have a couple weaknesses. All of his attacks are ballistic, so beam users can like plow through that. His main is a standard ballistic shot. His sub is a cannon. His assist is the Gundam Jushin Remake Full City. He can either use it to fire projectiles at people or use the pliers. He has a special movement in the form of BC, and you can actually like use BC into main to fire those maces I just did. And that last one is a CSB. I don't use that a whole lot because you don't take advantage of the free falls like CSA can. And when you're in burst, you get tail mode. You basically get the same thing anyway for free, so I don't really bother with it.
Oh, you and your ally are in a very precarious situation right there.
Unfortunately, I do a lot of damage. So yeah, that was very unfortunate for that team.
Yeah, I mean, if they just backed off a little more and done a bit more beam spam on you, that would have been it.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the suit when he's in close range, especially when he's in fighting burst. So now we're going up against a Banshee and a Hainu.
Now, out of the two that you're fighting here, which do you think is the most dangerous opponent?
Honestly, Banshee. When Banshee becomes Unicorn mode, she essentially becomes a 3K. Like, her damage output is very good, her melee priority is very good, and her moveset is pretty rock solid. Hainu can be kind of dangerous, but I'm not too concerned for him.
So what you're saying is Hainu's alright, but you think that Banshee should have been the 3K and Hainu the 2.5.
Nah, Hainu is definitely still a 3K, but Banshee, the only thing that puts her down is her normal form. Her normal form is kind of eh. It's only when she's in Unicorn mode is when she becomes dangerous.
Oh, that's fair.
So I kind of just played risky here because if I died first, that means I just get all my HP back.
But now you're sort of in a sticky situation because your partner's at 60 HP.
No worries, he's a 2K. He's going to come back as 300. I'm not too concerned about that.
No, that's fair.
So, new Gundam's gone. I kind of want to get rid of Banshee as soon as possible once she's in Unicorn form. And, yeah, F-Burst definitely did the job there. So my partner's in Shooting Burst. Unfortunately, it's just not enough to... Banshee is just trying his best to get away from me, and they almost had this game. Unfortunately, Banshee did one critical mistake, and it was that move right there.
Oh yeah, you can't do that move unless you know for a fact you're gonna hit with it.
Yeah, I just kind of low profiled it with BC and just hit him with the maces for the game.
Yeah, and as you've shown, it works very effectively.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So here we are up against a former Unicorn and a regular Barbatos.
Now, I've not played the full armor Unicorn. How do you say that one stacks up compared to, you know, the other variations?
Probably the best Unicorn suit in the game. He's got a lot of tools to keep you away, but then when he's like starting to get low, and once you get the burst, he just goes apeshit with the green form. So yeah, you do not want to mess with FA. Well, you kind of just want to get rid of FA as soon as possible. You don't want to deal with him. Barbatos isn't really that much of a threat because, yeah, I just have way more tools than him.
Yeah, I mean, Barbatos can be somewhat dangerous, but not whenever versing the essentially better version of itself.
I fucked up there. I should have went for the third hit and killed him, but I didn't for some reason.
Sometimes you want to show off.
My other partner literally killed FA, and he would have been overcosted. Luckily, Barbatos doesn't really stack up against me when I'm up close to his face. Of course,
True.
FA there was getting pretty fucking annoying. So he went green mode,
again,
but he kind of just whiffed that, honestly. And
again,
my partner just I think he just got him. It's either him or my tail, if I'm trying to remember correctly. Yeah, it's him. Okay.
I mean, that your partner was a pretty good Gundam
yeah,
player.
he's a really good player. But
Now, is that Gundam or G parts?
that's regular Gundam. But that's
Okay.
basically it for now. Tune in next time as we take a look at more suits. This is Webhead Gaming, and I'm signing off.